Hello viewers, welcome back to another exciting edition of the Youth Bantaba Show. The Youth Bantaba Show is a platform that is brought to you by the Gambian Talents TV, and this is a forum where we talk about young people. Most of the time people do say the Gambians are not ready to work, Gambian youths are lazy, but we said no. And today we have a very special guest. While viewers see, ñu kuneka satur aksasanta akfo munaneka dile welcome to say Youth Bantaba Sobi comme ni ko dé faral di defar rek every day dañu indi young people ñi nga xamné ñu ngi def lolu tay nak gan buma fi am ku jara waxtané la gan buma fi am gan bi nga xamné ni ndaw bi nga xamné kuko dégg kuko xamut dégga nako koku moy kan Ousainu Gambia way duma def dara dama bay Ousainu Gambia ñu yo askan bi Ousainu welcome.
Okay, good afternoon everyone, all the viewers, and thanks to you, Isa. Thanks to the whole entire team for arranging out to make sure that we have this amazing interview. Okay, as I said, my name is Ousainu Gambia, and I use activist, move environment and national issue when it comes to civic education, inspiring Gambians on patriotism and the love for the country. So the Gambia is all what we have. We have a vision to take this country forward. We are not going anywhere. We stay in the Gambia, make it here, make the Gambia a better place for everyone. All of you know, Sedan, Malla Ousainu Gambia, San Dom, San Harik, comme ay salum ko waxee rek ñaan daal li nga xam ne suñu vision mooy naka lañ mën a def ñu gis ne Gambia dem na si kanam Gambia ñu nekk ñu def ko réew moo xam ne ñëpp dinañ ko tiitaroo ñëpp dinañ ko fonka ñëpp dinañ ko buuga so it's a good to be here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Ousainu. Ousainu, buga nañ xam kan mooy Ousainu Gambia.
Okay, Ousainu Gambia, I was born in Brikama. But currently staying at the New Juice one here. Okay, when you say Ousainu Gambia is a brother, is a youth who is into youth work, who is into national service, who is doing more of volunteerism to make sure that make the Gambia a best place for everyone. So basically that's what I can tell you about me. So I'm just a simple youth who is here for the nation. Yeah.
Take us a little bit about your educational background.
Okay, I did my school in Brikama Kabafita, grade 1 up to grade 9, then proceeded to C4 Senior Secondary School. Of course, I went to the Gambia College I did both my HTC and PTC and HTC. Now currently doing my BSc and online with the online university. So I'm a BSc student currently. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. A bachelor degree in education. But I'm more of doing the work and schooling together. Okay? So it's because of, in fact, the work the service providing for the nation, just to give ourselves some time. That's why we prefer doing the online course than the physical course, because you realize that when you are doing the physical course now, thank God that there's a level, we reached at a level that many people reach out to you, many people call you every day. There's something to do every day because you expect call from people anytime. Ousainu, this is what we want you to do. Ousainu, this is what we are doing. We want you to do. How can you help? Ousainu, we need it in this service. So I feel like my time and resources is for the motherland. Like my grandfather used to tell me, like, if you are living in a society, your action is not giving any impact in the life of people, positively in the life of people in that community, then it's better you live that community. So this is Ousainu, here for the Gambians, here for the youth, and here for everyone. We make sure the motherland is moved to the highest level. Thank you.
Is Ousainu single, married, or still searching?
Yes, Ousainu Gambia is still single. I'm still single like that. Yeah, when I say single, I mean super single. You understand what I mean? I say super single. So, yeah, a lot of things. In fact, people will tell me that Ousainu, you're so amazing, next to Ousainu, you don't talk. Ousainu, you are just going, you are just coming. This Gambian thing. I said, don't worry. We also ghost time. That's the slogan all bachelors use. Ghost time is the best. So I'll have my one. I'll have my Gambian. Yeah.
Ousainu ñu bari xamuñ sa Santa o dina wane Gambia te Gambia nekkul Santa bi nga xam ne loolu Santa la. So lan moo indi Ousainu Gambia bi?
Actually, I'll tell you my real surname. My real surname is Kohli. But when I was in senior school, I was an art student, so I used to do government. So I have this government teacher, Mr. Lamin Bojang, Mangondiu. This government thing was in me since childhood. I thank my mother for the inspiration because Like since time hale, we used to go out for this digital walk, and when Bale Jumabi, my mother used to take me to all these things. So the sense of Gambianism was in me since that early age. Then what happens was in this class, anytime you're talking about an example in government, if I raise up my hand, people will go to America, Senegal, or other part of Europe. You know, boys, we like Europe, but give example. But I will give all my example using the Gambia. So it's like anytime I raise up my hand, the teacher will say, okay, let's hear from the Gambia. Let's hear from Ousainu Gambia, because he knew that I would say something related to the Gambian. So basically the name came Ousainu Gambia, but that time it was not seriously said, because it was just in a classroom. So when I actively involved myself in national work, I said, okay, this is a name that suits me. So people start calling me the name. So I like it then. In fact, I'm working with to make it official, my official name. Now, if justice will serve it, and if it will approved by the Ministry of Justice, then I'll have Ousainu Gambia as my official name. Yeah.
Masa Allah, Ousainu soy o Gambia youth activist, Satur Gavdigina always. You lan mo la motivate pour nga duga si fi youth activist yene. Okay,
it's like the Gambia is our homeland. Okay, I call them where I used to serve the land, right? I said, for the Gambia is our homeland. Where are the use of the motherland? We are the cream of this land. So nobody should stand like an island. Together we make the Gambia a promised land. So I said, as I have a vision to make sure that contribute my quota in national development, make sure that give my time, sacrifice my time, my resources, in national development. Tomorrow, I want to do something that would inspire the young people elect. When you want to have, if Ousainu and others were doing this, why not us? Okay. So I decided to involve myself in with youth work. Basically, when I was starting, I started things for myself because I was doing some environmental works. Then there is some voluntary service to the National Environmental Agency. I have the Carnival Municipal Council. So things come up. So before, instead of me reaching other people, and people see me doing some things, in my own ways. Now, a lot of organizations start reaching out to me, youth organizations that Ousainu, you want to be part of us, because we know that you are doing it, you are so committed. So, that brings me, as within 2 or 3 months, I was connected to everyone in the Gambia, so it's like it's a dream come true. I cannot even count the number of organizations I'm part of now. I just said, you call me, this is what we have, then and I'm doing it. So this is what brings me to this youth activist, to make sure that give my time, give my resources, do everything for the motherland. I don't want to ask for what the government can do for me, but I want to show the Gambians that this is what I can do for the Gambian people. So that's the vision and that's the mission we are working on. A lot of things have been done, we have done a lot of things personally and with a group. So I don't think I don't have enough time to talk about all those things. But personally, people will tell me anywhere I go, Ousainu, you are the most Gambian, Ousainu, you are doing amazing, Ousainu. But those are words that encourage me, keep pushing me. But to me, if I sit in my house, I will like, you know what? Me, I haven't started anything. Okay, and I have a mother, I have a grandpa who I talk to every time. He will like, any day you think that you are doing good, that's the day you don't even start anything. So those are the words that keep me pushing. So me, I want to do everything. Every day is a busy day for me. Okay, like friends say I don't sit at home. If you want to see me at home, you come after my great prayer, because I feel like even a Sunday you don't go to anywhere. You see humans cleaning the streets. Why not you go and join them, do the cleaning? Okay, on Saturday or this day, you are not going to anywhere. You have women's garden, you have different things happening in Gambia. Why don't you go and engage yourself? Give your time to the people, give your resources to the people, and tomorrow you'll be that better Gambians. You can stand in any platform and preach Gambians on national work, national development, and people will again to listen to you. And thank God, I think God is doing that justice to me. Anywhere you go, you talk to the kids. In fact, some children want to see me. Some schools will say, our kids say we want to see you, we want to invite you to this thing. So I was like, look at this simple Ousainu who don't have anything. So I realized that action work can inspire people than the talking. That's why I don't want to be part of the talking side, but I embark on more of action. Okay? In fact, people call me the action man in the youth work I'm doing, So the environment, the civic service, the foundation. I'm also working with some charity organizations like Giving Back to the Gambia, Humanity Youth, Green Up Gambia, IDEC Gambia, Yomeva, I cannot count on all these things. So
you say why you know because you give your time, effort, and resources. Why Gambian youth activists are most time referred as opportunity chasers. So you know I'm put to every youth that is involved in these youth activities as someone that is chasing opportunities like Tuki, workshop and the likes.
Yeah, I think there's a sense of truth in that. Personally, I'm someone who like more of action than they talking. Okay, the reason why people level activism in negative is because of this. Because the fact is, we have people who always want to be seen in a comfort zone. We have people who always want to be seen in conferences, in workshops. You know, where at the end of the day you are achieving something. At the end of the day you are having a good media coverage, it's played on TV and all those things. But I think it's time to change the mindset of Gambians to say, okay, some of the things we spend on this token, you know, if we turn those resources into action, I think it can gain more and it can bring more impact in the life of people than talking. So yeah, definitely in any group of people, we must have people who have their own centric interest, you know, with regards to national development. That's why those who know me, those I'm in the same organization with, anything that comes where you have to go to the hotel or workshop where you have money at the end of the day, Ousainu don't go. Yeah, even if I go, if there's no option, I give opportunities to people to go because when I like just make the plan, the implementation side is where I am good at. So walk the talk, as Mr. Abdullah used to say, and the team, you know, the Yali slogan. So I want to be part of the walking side and the talking side. Though we should talk, we can talk about issues. But the problem in the Gambia is if we talk, we don't take action. Okay, for instance, as if you want to invite me on a workshop, if you want to organize a workshop on climate change or tree planting, to me, before you spend maybe 100,000 at a hotel, bring you together, print t-shirts, you know, you talk about tree planting. Why not you use that 100,000? Go to rural Gambia, go to the environment they affected with tree planting, you know, buy seedlings. Let's take action. Action can inspire more people than talking, but you cannot be sitting in a comfort zone and you're talking about issues about the forest. You cannot be sitting in a comfort zone, you are talking about the women in the rural Gambia, in the garden. Go to the garden, take action with them, the money you use. We have to have dialogue. But the most important thing is, after the dialogue, we must take action. Implementation is very important in youth work. Okay? Like, people will tell me, Ousainu, we have seen youths who have been traveling, going to attend conferences and all those things. He said people have a different mindset when it comes to youth work. Yeah. Some people enter in youth work because of opportunities. Some people are really in youth work. I've known people who are giving all their time, everything to make sure that things work, and they use their own resources. So we have a different dimension. We have a different idea and ideology with regards to what we are doing as Gambians. So definitely you have opportunities. But Ousainu Gambia and the others, all action-oriented youths are also part of the action work. Okay, let's talk and work the talk, but we cannot just talk and go back, see all the money, eat the money, put on t-shirt, have good stuff of our cameras and go. And in the Gambia, they say now, the success of the event is judged by the photo shoots. If you take some good photos, hey, this event is an amazing event. For me, the success of an event is based on, after the talking, the implementation is done, and we have it there. It inspires the life of people, or it change in the life of people positively. Yeah.
Just to remind you, you are watching the Youth Bantaba Show with me, Isatou Jallow, and Ousainu Gambia, the action man. While Ousainu, like you said earlier, Yansi organization, you bari yo xamne munu lo fatale ko sa way da nga gis Englishman we mo ne jack of all trade, master of none. So lo am si tontu si lolu. Yes,
you know, diversity is good. Specialized is good.
They demand organization.
Specialized is good, but you know, if you are living in a community where action is not the honor of the day, as I said, people are not willing, and when it comes to action, when you want to sacrifice, when it comes to volunteerism, you see the few people who are willing. You have to be here, you have to be there, you have to be there. In fact, if all of us are willing to take action, to do things voluntarily, whether you are paid or not, you don't wait for project or any other thing, you come up with your own project, do your own thing, okay, with your own resources, then you don't need to see Isa there or Ousainu everywhere. Ousainu will concentrate on this, someone will concentrate on this, another one will concentrate on this. So me, I'm not doing what I'm doing, because as I said, I don't have time to sit at home. I have to thank my family for that understanding, okay? And my friends, you hardly come home and meet me here. So I'm from one work to another. Tomorrow, I have 3 things to do tomorrow, 3 different organizations. So I realize that it's working for me. I'm not complaining. My family are not complaining. In fact, maybe if I have a wife, I'm so happy if I have a wife, my wife will not complain. So yeah, it's working. Very fun. I'm the of all trade and I'm selling everything.
Master of all.
Yeah.
Ousainu, do you have any other work apart from the volunteering work, youth activists that you are doing?
Yeah,
then daily gain like for monthly salary and
I'm a professional teacher. I'm a qualified teacher by profession, and that's my profession. But like currently, like I said, I am not active, things. So I feel like there's a lot of problems are happening in the Gambia, and I can solve those problems. Though I do my work, but aside from my work and my leisure time, I give it to the government. But my vision is if I establish my own thing, and I want to give all my time to the government people. I used to tell people that I don't go to school to be employed. In fact, I go to school to serve people. Okay, so yeah, that's something I'm working on. If things work for me, I want to be that Ousainu who is there for people. Send my contacts everywhere in the Gambia. Whoever needs this particular service, contact the number and I'll be there for you. So yeah, though we need some finance for family and our thank God things are working very fine. I'm not starving, I'm putting on things, but yeah, I have a work. I have a work that I'm doing, but I give more time to the voluntary service and national work.
Ousainu, looking at teaching, it's a very hectic job. So how do you reconcile work, teaching, and this youth activities that you are doing?
Yes, in the government system, you have a single shift when you're a teacher. You either go to the morning or you go to the afternoon shift. So I was even offered a job to do both shifts, but I have to tell them, no, let me concentrate with my legal shift with the government. So that if you go to school, you close, maybe if you are in the morning shift, you close 1:30. If you are in the afternoon shift, you start from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So I have the whole morning to do my other activities, and also I have the weekend to do my other activities. Aside from teaching, to tell you, it's not a bargain. 2 organizations offered me a job. 2 institutions offered me a job, a full-time job. Okay, but the job that is 3 times better than my teaching salary. I have to reject those jobs.
Right.
In fact, a friend passed by home and referred me to my auntie. Because I feel like if I took up those jobs, it would be like a whole day thing from morning up to 6 o'clock. So then I will never have time for the government people. I never have time to do my voluntary service. I never have. So I told them, it's okay. And this last summer, Team Green Up Gambia was embarking on a 3 planting, Summer Go Green. So as the program officer of Green Up Gambia, I was the action man who makes sure that all events are successful. Then someone offered me a project work at Senegal. That's to start from July, August, September, October. That's a 4-month project. I should conduct a project at Senegal in Dakar. So that coincided with the Summer Go Green. So I was like, if I accept this job, so this is
a paid job?
Yeah, it's a paid job. It's a project international in Senegal. It's a project that has requirements. I have my islands, I have my house islands, I have my everything, my health islands, I have my salary within those 4 months, So I have not as many figures. You say, you're joking. So I have to turn it down because Green Up need me at that time. Not Green Up, but the Gambia need me at that time. 3 planting was happening. And thank God we are able to plant trees everywhere in the Gambia, up to I was up to CRR to make sure that we sensitize the public on tree planting, climate change, and all those things. So that's why I said you have to sacrifice your time. Sometimes it's not about the money. The money will come. I have this dream that the money will come later, but let me give it to the Gambian people. You will not know that I mean what I'm saying until the day I become a billionaire, I have $1 billion in the Gambia. I think that's the time people will know what Ousainu really means, what he says. Okay? And most of the activities I do, no one gives me money. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm for myself.
Wow. Coming to that, just recently you embarked on Flag of Gambia. Yes. Let me motivate Punga step up that initiative.
Okay. I think that's the recent project now. That's the recent thing I'm working on. Flag of Gambia is a campaign to inspire people on patriotism, nationalism, the love for the country, more especially to inspire the young Gambians on the value and the value of the national flag, the true meaning of our national symbols. Okay, so it's more of national unity, togetherness, bringing Gambians together as one family. Resting the Gambia is only if you have the nation at heart. If only if you love the Gambia, you have the nation at heart. That's the only time you will willing to sacrifice your time, your effort, the resources, the national development. So how it happened was I started going to schools. I'm someone who schools will invite me, like clubs in schools will invite me to talk to them about climate change and national issues, okay, in regards to loving the country. Then if I go to school, this is the message I preach them. I use the national flag, the national anthem, and the national pledge to preach peace, to preach togetherness, and to preach patriotism for one Gambia. Okay, so when I go, I realize that the love for the Gambia is really lacking in the mindset of Gambians, and we don't value the Gambia much. You see all this corruption happening. Ousainu is a director and I eat all the money. Ousainu is a permanent secretary. Ousainu is a minister and giving a project or project coordinator, I eat the money. I don't love the Gambia. I'm seeing my own pocket. But if you have the Gambia at heart, you make so anything you have. In fact, so for example, Sahalis, the Virginia. Okay. So when I go, I spoke to this Kenyan about tribalism, nationalism, patriotism. I can recall that I used a national anthem to preach peace. So a child asked me about the ownership of the Gambia. Very surprising question. He said, Ousainu Gambia, who owns the Gambia? And I said, something just like a revelation came in my mind. I said, who owns the Gambia? I have to pause for a while because it's a very critical question. You need to answer it very well. So I said, okay, can you all sing the national anthem of the Gambia? After this, all the kids start saying, for the Gambia, our. When they said our, I asked them to stop. I said, what did the anthem say? Our homeland. It's not the Jola's homeland. It's not the Mandinka's homeland. It's not the Aku's homeland. It's not the UDP homeland, APRC, NRP. But he said, our homeland. We strive. So you look at the anthem, all the pronouns is are pluralizing our togetherness of Gambia. And I also use the national flag. I said, the sun. You know, people here, within the national flag is like a rest time for the sunlight and all. There is a deep meaning in this, okay? So it's like for the Gambia, our homeland, we use the flag to preach national togetherness. I said, like, the sun is, the red is for the sun, but it's here for everyone. The white is the peace for everyone, and the blue is River Gambia. Does it say River Jola? No. Does it say River Aku or River APRC, River UDP or River, it says River Gambia. So I realized that we can use the flag to inspire Gambian. So as I said, I'm an action, speak loud and voice. I decided to go into institution to say, okay, why not we use the national flag to inspire Gambians? Then I went to the ferry terminal and Kunda came with the flag, but it was daily and cut halfway. So I went up to the captain that they give me the privilege to raise the flag there, and it's now flying there. So I went to the Banyan Hospital, you know, they raised the flag in the Banyan Hospital, you know. So people appreciate it, a lot of people messages come in social media, so Gambian in diaspora calls, and I said, okay, now let me embark on a flag of institutions. I go to institutions, talk to directors, buy a flag, made it like this, go to schools and make sure we raise the flag in all institutions. The message is, let's raise the flag in all public and private institutions in Gambia. Schools are raising it. I met the Prime Secretary of Minister of Business and Security. I'm so happy that schools are also raising the national flag. We have a lot of events coming up for the flag. We have concerts, we have march passes. So we are going to use the national flag to inspire Gambians on patriotism, nationalism, national unity, togetherness, and love for the Gambia, so as to make the Gambia a better place for all of us. That's my vision, and that's what I'm working on now.
Yan jafe-jafe time the leaders bari to why do not like to yan jafe-jafe that come across sister project being.
Yeah, the flag project definitely more like, as I said, we are financing everything, and I must thank this opportunity to thank Slim Jai of Banjan and Kewasana that joined me in this campaign. So we provide everything. We buy the clothes, original ones, you know, we know this, we raise it. So those are some of the constraints, and because then is the time. You don't have time. You don't have time with the family. You don't have time to work with friends. You are always going and coming. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to 3 places. So it's working very fine. Institutions are doing it. If your institution is without a flag, please raise it here, or you contact us. We'll come and see how best we can raise the national flag in that institutions. Okay. So we call on everyone to come on board to make sure that we raise up this. This is not about Ousainu. It's not about a Gambia talent promotion. It's a national issue. It's not a political flag. It's a national flag.
Coming to the other Ousainu, as we all know, December 1st is fast approaching. The family time Bohamna Gambian see Yedmingi Jahaso about this 3 years, better for 3 years or better for 5 years. Your bandas, are you better for 3 years or better for 5 years?
You know, to be frank, I don't discuss more politics, because even today I was using my status to sensitize people about politics. What thing I understand, the constitution gives everyone the right to support wherever you are, okay? So I think we should respect each other's opinion, we should value each other's opinion, but that should not divide us as Gambians. If I say this, I am this, that should not make us as enemy. What we should say is the Gambia first. Okay, coming to the 3 years and the 5 years thing, personally, the president made a campaign, the coalition made a campaign and tell Gambians that they will be here for 3 years. That's the president, what you told us, and all of a sudden things are changing. My view will be, I am not in support of any attack or any other thing. People have the right also to go in straight to demonstrate as Gambian. The constitution gives you that right to go and demonstrate. But I am not in support of any chaos or anything that will destabilize the peace and stability of the country. But I can also say the decision is the president. If the president respects his words and step down for the 3 years, it's fine. If he feels like he cannot work or step down for 3 years, he's going for the 5 years. The same constitution gives the president that right. Okay? So if it was Ousainu, I will step down, because that's what I said. I will respect my word and step down. But the fact is, I am not in any demonstration. I'm not going out, and the ball is in the president court. If it was Ousainu, I respect my words. I will step down. But if he is going for 5 years, so the thing is, we pray for the country. My mission is to bring Gambians together. Politics can come and go, but we are the same Gambians. For the Gambia, it's our homeland.
So what message do you have for the government and the youths of the Gambia?
To the government, I said, as the flag campaign is going on, I want all institutions in the government to raise up the national flag in their institution. From Mr. President can give the president can even give a president directive to all institutions to raise the flag and everywhere in the Gambia. And the youth of the Gambia, as I said, we are the king of this land. For the Gambia is a homeland. Nobody should stand like an island. Together we should come and make the Gambia a promised land. So that's what I have for the youth. It's our homeland. It's our motherland. Nobody can come from here. Okay, God bless the Gambia. I have a little song. Can I say something about it? You have time for that?
Masha Allah, Ousainu dafa mel ni time bi daf ñu bëgg a jaamu ñu ñu ala lu des baritut, and it was very interesting. Let me the Gambia a promising land. Waaw tey nag Ousainu Gambia laa fi amoon, yaakaar naa ne everybody ku nekk jàngara, waaye ba tey dama bàyyi ñu joxe final message am.
Okay, I have this song and I guarantee that Gambia re mi jamala kojesi sambokala yungam yalla masala dimenja talenta isala serire club nyamala we got a chance again. I say we got a chance again. Let's smile again. The aim is never here. After the reconciliation, repatriation, we will rise again. Gambia, the motherland, we celebrate. And for Gambia, the Jamala, Jamala, Kodis, Fidebes and Bokala, Bokala, Rirek, Labenin, Nanda, make it a better place for you and me. I'm army. Hey, the civilian, the police, and the army. Soon they fellow, soon you can be cool. Mashallah, Gambian Talents TV, the youth Sunani, Kulawana Gambia Youth Amazing. We said no, why China come now, Dingawan, Anasa co-host before album. Anasa beautiful co-host, we jump on the Tuki Bundara, Mimi Munkoni for film, we are coming here, definitely we are so proud of him. We are so proud of you. We are Gambian, especially in the unit, we put some individual differences aside, tribalism aside, we are all Gambians. Mansuma Sayon said, "Nepa change sense and nepa change sense." Def the Gambia. Maybe from now on, I'm Aisha Gambia. Yes, Gambia. Ousainu Gambia as a Gambia in Gambian Talent Promotion Show. So, come here.
So let's say bye-bye. Time bi jaamu nañu till next week. Inshallah may jaajëfal suma camera woman bi na kooku di ay rek bi moo doon def moom liggéey bu rafet bi ak the entire Gambian Talents TV and di nuyu every Gambian foo mu ñota toolu di leen jaajëfal yéen it ñu bàyyi seen soxla yëpp toog di ñu seetaan di leen ñaan pour ngeen subscribe si suñu YouTube channel bi Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter su ko defee ñu mun leen indil more of this. So bye-bye till we come your way next week. Ousainu, let's say bye-bye.